Welcome to the Save the CFPB live stream. I'm Chuck. You who coax the blues right out of the horn, man. You shuck the corn, man. That's from the musical Maine, I think. I learned to sing it in high school, and I don't think I ever saw I never saw the musical or anything. We had to do like a medley in chorus. You ever be in chorus? You ever be in chorus do a medley? You just got like a smushy of songs, and then you go in front of a bunch of people in your small town, you know, your small high school where there's a lot of cows and forests, farms, and you sing songs from Mame, the musical that no one has ever seen. Um, and I guess there's a reason for all that. There's a reason we did it. I don't know. But MAME is also the name of an arcade emulator, and I'm actually gonna be using it today. It's the Multiple Arcade Machine Emulator, MAME. None of this matters. But the point is, today we're playing Simpsons retro games. So let me introduce you to the show to save the CFPB broadcast live stream. You can see up there. Saving the CFPB. I turned my mic up this time. I checked last time. I found my levels to be disastrously low, and that might be because I keep the mic too far from my face. Maybe I need like a thing. Sorry, this is not appropriate hand gestures, but I need some sort of boom that puts the mic right in my face, as if I wouldn't then just like look around. I move too much in the stream. I know that for sure. But I've got a comfortable chair. I've got comfortable games. So we'll get started. The CFPB is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. I'm here to say that I've worked for the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau for 13 years now. It has been the greatest work of my life. I love public service. I'm a software engineer, so not wasn't something that was easily predisposed to public service early on. So I was happy when I finally ended up here, and I found out that doing work for the citizens and consumers of the United States was very fulfilling to me, and I've been very happy. But I'm not here representing myself. I'm not here. I'm here representing myself. Not here representing the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. I'm not speaking in my capacity as a government employee. I'm not speaking on behalf of my union, the NTEU Chapter 335 CFPB union. I'm only speaking on behalf of myself. These are my opinions, my First Amendment right, and outside of my work capacity. So the nice coincidence is, outside of my work capacity, I also love the CFPB and think it's a great agency that should exist. After the 2008 financial crisis, the Dodd-Frank Act created the CFPB. Whatever. Pronouns are not that important here, but we regulate the consumer financial markets. So that's loans of the home loan variety, car loan variety, credit card debt, banks, bank accounts, that is, payday lending. This is still my semi-transparent mug. I'm smartly wearing a black shirt today. I need a sip. Sorry about that. I got a little bumpy in the back, a little bumpy. Not feeling good. Regardless, so we've regulated those markets, punished bad actors, returned $21 billion to consumers. The new administration has put a kibosh on all that, shut us down in all but actual day-to-day function. Like we still go, but we have not been, passing enforcing regulations, examining banks, and watching markets. The law is the law. The Dodd-Frank Act doesn't stop existing just because somebody decides they don't want to enforce it. That seems, I mean, it's my opinion. I'm not a lawyer, but it seems lawless to me. So I want those laws to be enforced. I think what this administration has been doing is bad for consumers, and I don't think it is true to the oath that we have all sworn to protect and uphold the Constitution and the laws of this nature. That's opinion. That's opinion of me by me. So why are we here? Well, the bill cut funding for the CFP by 50%. And mostly during the stream, I'm going to ask you to try and call people and ask them to restore that funding. We're getting to a crunchy point here, and I'm going to get desperate soon because now they agents of the administration have said that the CFPB will run out of money, and well, we can't run it, can't run the agency because it's out of money. I find several problems with that. One, they could ask for more money. They are trying to say that they can't because of some weird interpretation of words. I don't agree with their interpretation of words, and they haven't put it to the test. Second, I would think that your duty to the United States and to the Constitution as a voluntary government employee, no one has drafted any of these officers, no one has forced them into this job, and thus your duty would be to carry out the laws as they are written. I find it objectionable that anyone would say, um, I refuse to run this government law enforcement agency because I don't like it, which seems to be what's going on. Imagine that somebody just went to the FBI and they said, "Well, I know some people who, you know, deal drugs, and I don't think those laws are fair, so I'm not going to enforce any drug laws. We're just going to shut down that part of the FBI. We're not going to do organized crime anymore. We're not going to do human trafficking." No, I don't think that we have the right constitutionally. I don't think that's these agents have gone out there and stopped human traffickers. They're just getting in the way of progress, and lots of people get human trafficked on the internet, and you shouldn't hold back the internet because it's our business edge. And if AI decides to do human trafficking, we certainly can't regulate that because AI is the future. And these are the kinds of arguments that I've been hearing, the kinds of things people are saying. You could tell I'm not pleased. So that's going to be the crux of what we're going to talk about. And I have good news, an announcement up front, and that is coming soon, full announcement, but there will be a Save the CFPB stream on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, the Thursday night of Thanksgiving, and the Friday, Black Friday, after Thanksgiving. And the Black Friday stream will be on deep discount. So you can't afford not to watch us on Black Friday. So that's the 26th, 27th, 28th. So watch for that. Watch for the times. It's probably going to be evenings. So you're talking 6, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Um, yeah, and that'll be exciting. So tonight, though, we have Simpsons games. If you saw the preview or you clicked on the link or whatever, you may have seen we have Simpsons games. These run in old emulators. I got 2 of them working for sure. I have a couple others that I haven't tested, and I'm really disappointed. My friend pointed me to, let's see, Bart Simpson's Escape from Camp Deadly, which looks like it was a original Nintendo Game Boy game. I don't seem to have it in my library of games, so we might not get to that one. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's not good for a stream. I'm yawning like it's like I'm tired and bored. I'm 100% on board. I got coffee, so mhm, mhm, mhm. I can feel it coursing through my veins already. So you might have to give me a little bit of forgiveness on how this goes. I have to, the selection. Oh man, my computer hates me and keeps trying to do things I'm telling it not to do. Um, I have to. Well, I don't have to, but the easiest way for me to run these games is to fire them up with a kind of a game launcher. The game launcher is gonna put them in their own windows, and that is gonna I'm gonna have to capture the window, blah blah blah. So it just might be a little slow. I'm gonna start with, let's see, The Simpsons: The Night of the Living Treehouse of Horror. This was a Game Boy Color game. Looks like maybe 1998. We're going to start with the early ones. I'm not going to start with the Simpsons arcade game, because basically, if I start with the Simpsons arcade game, I won't play anything else. Because I love the Simpsons arcade game. Let's see, am I having a problem with the Treehouse of Horror? Of course I am. Okay, give me one moment to see if I can fix it. So the problem with running emulators is that you are constantly having some sort of problem with all the different pieces that have to go together, and that can be a real nightmare. So, okay, that's working. Um, that's working. Let's see. Gonna see if I can maybe possibly load this up manually. And yeah, looks like it. Okay, great. Okay, well, that worked. All right, so let me get it all set up here onto the screen, and so that you can enjoy this fun time. All right, so these games are probably very hard because they are old um, games from the 90s, and I was never good at any of them. The I'm bad at videos game theme is kind of a recurring thing on this stream. And oops, that's not what I want. There, that's what I want. Okay, I'm gonna put this towards the center of the screen, and now we can begin. All right, let's see. Well, theoretically, okay, there we go. Got a nice loading screen here. Yeah, but let's see how bad this one is. I don't remember this game at all, but I don't remember a lot of games. Oh, oh man, that audio is horrifying. So I looked into the. Sorry, I'm going to turn down my volume so I don't have to hear it quite so much. Um, I looked into the like, what happens if you are. Oh man, so, yeah, sorry, it's not turning itself. I'm having problems. That's fine. What happens if copyrighted music goes out on the live stream, and what does YouTube do about it? And I could not get a straight answer from internet. I mean, I'm not surprised that it's not something that they like readily publicize so that everybody knows it. Um, but so if I hopefully don't get struck or something by this. But the point is that like monetization, I don't care, but I do care about if it got if we lost viewers or if it was taken down. So hopefully nobody is looking for this ancient MIDI Simpsons music. All right, fine. Jeez, a lot of instructions. I'm pressing the A button, I think. I only have two buttons. I feel like I've pressed the A button. You know what? I wonder. I might have to do a quick. Again, all the settings and stuff that you have to do to maintain these games. Kind of a pain in the butt. I don't know if you can even see the menu I'm looking at. Possibly not. But what I have to do is I was messing with the controls for. Okay, no, that looks right. All right. Well, hopefully it's not some other problem that is going to prevent us from. I was remapping controls because. Okay, there we go. I have to use the D-pad. That's what it is. Woo! Woo! Okay. The oh man, the wacky screen is not great. Man, Bart can jump high. Oops, I got hurt. Uh, so the with the Simpsons arcade game, if you don't, man, set up certain things, that's bad. I guess I don't know. If you don't set what the things correctly, you can only play as the first player, which is Marge. And I was like, well, I want to explore the characters. And to do that, I don't know what this broom is doing, but it's doing bad things to me. Can I leave? Okay. I don't even like that room. Okay, cool. I can go upstairs. This music sucks. So if I wanted to play, I wanted to go through, Homer, some Bart time, whatever, in the arcade game. To do that, I have to map the controller, blah, blah. Nobody cares. What am I talking about? Does this interest you? Are you interested in retro gaming? Looks like I got a donut. Also, if you heard my main singing at the beginning, at the top of the show, give me a rating in the chat there. You can give me a number rating, and then you don't have to tell me what it's out of. So at one point, Bart did shoot. There we go. I was going to say, he shot a slingshot, and I thought, okay, and time is counting down. I don't love that. So yeah, just leave a comment in the chat. How did I do with my main song? Any number rating. I'll take real numbers, imaginary numbers. Oh, rat, no! Can I get it? Oh, look at that. I'm a pro. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much longer on this game. We got a lot of retro games to check out. And this one, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not that exciting. I did get a book. I don't know. Oh, there's fuses. Oh, that's right. It said that thing at the beginning about getting fuses. Okay, well, this part's easy. There's 2 fuses right there. If you have suggestions for the games you'd like to see during the Thanksgiving Super Stream, which for those of you tuning in late, next week we're going to be streaming Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday nights. We're desperate. We need the help. So please tell your friends and family. You don't need to watch football on Thursday night. The NFL, it's all parody. You don't know who's going to win. Oh, no, that makes it more exciting. Yes, you don't know who's going to win or lose. Well, what if I predict who's going to win or lose? What if I give you a fictional account of the National Football League's games? I will tell you what I think might be happening, because I can't tell you what's actually happening, because that would be a description of the NFL's games, and as we know, you cannot. Ooh. Okay, let's call it a day there. We're going to game over. Thank you. Okay. Now we're going to go. Let's see. Can I get to just try to go through the main menu to get a different game loaded here? Oh, we have Simpsons Road Rage from Game Boy Advance. So let's try that one. And I think we will not have to change the screen. Look how nice the Game Boy Advance's screen was. I'm going to check. Does it still look good? Okay, I'm going to make it bigger. You can see it's kind of small now. We all love the Simpsons. Look at you. I got 5 people in the stream. So exciting. Let's see how Road Rage works. So yes, we'll be doing a super stream Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday, Black Friday sale on the Save the CFPB stream. I don't remember the buttons on the Game Boy Advance. Oh, Grandpa, yes. I don't know what the point of this game is. Okay, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Nintendo puts the cancel buttons in the wrong place, in my opinion, and it causes a lot of problems. If you agree, drop the thing. Oh no. Okay. Oh, you got to use the D-pad, Chuck. All right. So this is Mario Kart. Not really. It reminds me very much of the N64 Mario Kart. I mean, you've got the Mode 7 chip graphics. If you don't know about the Mode 7 chip, you were not as excited about it as I was in 19. The Pilot Wings is basically just one big demo for the Mode 7 chip. I don't actually know if the Game Boy Advance had the Mode 7 chip, but the Mode 7 chip is what is allowing the game to very quickly process the texture of the ground. Also, I think I am completely missing what the point of this game is because I am counting down to zero. But the the texture on the ground rotates very smoothly and looks nice. And that was in the SNES. That was the Mode 7 chip. Let's see. I got a chat. I got a chat in the chat. 5 of the best looking people. That's right. Whoever's in the stream, I 2 people dropped already. Man, I'm sorry. It looks like maybe one of them came in long enough to like, which is good. I mean, hey, I'll take it. All right, I made some strong progress here. Okay, let's do. I don't know what any of these settings are. I'm just going to go for the default again. We don't have a lot of time to explore the whole game, so um, this is locked. All right, then more Evergreen Terrace. I'm going to try and learn what the game actually involves. Okay, so I got Mrs. Crabapple. Crabapple. Is it like Crazy Taxi now? I got to take Mrs. Crabapple to a place. That would be pretty cool. Again, I don't remember playing this game. Oh, whoops! I crashed a little. Okay, so I drop her off here, and then yeah, it's Crazy Taxi. Crazy Taxi. Maybe not quite as much fun as Crazy Taxi, but now I think if I I don't remember playing this game back in the day, but this seems like a game I would have played a lot of. I'm going, okay, no, I'm going the right way. Gotta drop, what's, Groundskeeper Willie, that's his name. I was blanking for a second there. I got 2 seconds. Oh, I'm going reverse. Okay, where does he go? Where you go, Groundskeeper Willie? I'm gonna hit this exclamation block, okay? That looks good. But where do I need to take you? I don't see arrows. There we go. There's a little map down there, I'm realizing. Oh, Ned Flanders! For someone in chat, Relaxatorium. This is Simpsons Road Rage for the Game Boy Advance, I believe. It is Crazy Taxi Simpsons. And I was commenting, I don't know if there's a Mode 7 chip, but that the acceleration of that texture underneath the ground texture is so, Mario Kart, so Pilot Wings. And I love it. And Ned looks slightly disappointed. Ned, Ned, there are invisible walls, Ned. I don't like it. I don't know why they were doing this to me. Okay. That's pretty fun. This is a game I could possibly look. The emulation of vaporware and that sort of thing. Everybody can have a lot of questions about how it works in our world, but I'm just saying this is a game I think I might be playing on my Steam Deck in coming days. For no good reason. I have Crazy Taxi. I have Crazy Taxi on Steam. I could just play Crazy Taxi. But do you get to pick up? This reverse is not. Is this reverse? Okay, there we go. Lisa, do you get to pick up Lisa Simpson as Grandpa Simpson in Crazy Taxi? You don't. Plus, you just have to listen to The Offspring 40 times if you play Crazy Taxi. Actually, I don't know if the Steam version. I assume the Steam version has the same. You have to listen to The Offspring 40 times as the like arcade game, and the other versions did. But, to be fair, I think it was The Offspring and Bad Religion, which, again, you catch me in the 90s, the mid 90s, and I'm going to eat up a game with uh, Bad Religion and The Offspring as the sole members of the soundtrack. Ooh, is that Barney? Oh, I'll never find out. Okay, well, we did um, we did some of that. Okay, so we have other games we're going to play. So I'm sorry that we're rushing through these, but it's like a sampling. Okay, I need to go back here. Super Nintendo. This is Bart's Nightmare. Now, this game I remember being dang near impossible. And again, I'm bad at video games. So let me resize Bart's Nightmare because it got a little huge in here. I could probably make it so that it always shows the windows at the same scale. I mean, aspect ratio be damned, but I've not figured that out yet. All right. Now we're going to Bart's Nightmare. And then I have a few. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fire them up or not. I think they were Genesis or Sega CD games. I don't know. So we're going to try that out, see if we can fire them up. And then in the end, uh, I'm going to go with the Simpsons arcade game. The Simpsons arcade game I love. Andrew in the chat says somebody pointed out on Blue Sky today that if you count her age from the Tracy Ullman show, Lisa would be 37. If you count Cyclops' age from the original 1963 appearance of the X-Men to today, which is 62 years later, he would be approximately 76, I'm going to say. 77, maybe. He's probably about 15 in the comic originally. I don't remember if they could drive. I don't remember that their ages are specifically stated. The X-Men were teenagers. Reed Richards would be, I mean, he would be old. He was an old man as, as designated by his hair. I don't remember. Okay, I failed. Got it. I'm so bad at games, and then this one is not making my life any easier. What I'm talking about. Okay, I can blow bubbles. I can spit watermelon seeds. What do bubbles do? I can jump over mailboxes. I feel like now I'm playing paper. Anyways, I think the Fantastic Four also premiered in '63 with the Avengers and the X-Men, and I think Spider-Man. These are things I should know off the top of my head. So Bart's nightmare, apparently his worst nightmare is that he's walking down the street and mailboxes attack him. Seems weird. I don't know what my goal is. Again, I can blow a bubble. This reminds me of A Boy and His Blob. Who who doesn't like that one? Ooh, watermelon. Thank you. Jebediah Simpson's head. Oof. In the Fortnite game, the Simpsons Fortnite that's going on right now, you can put on Jebediah Simpson's head, and it marks you for for murder, so that the what was that? Was that a grandma kiss? I don't know what's going on here. Okay, she's grandma kissing me, or old lady. That's not grandma. There is no Grandma Simpson, right? I don't know. Chat, is there a Grandma Simpson? I forget. I feel like there was, and I got turned into a frog. I feel like there was, and she was like estranged, something like that. Surely somebody in the chat is a Simpsons expert. I can't remember everything. Did I get an F again? Oh, listen to that. Listen to that voice tech. The Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Uh-oh. All right. I got 190. I don't know what this. That doesn't sound like an S. It would be cool if these old games described anything to you, like, hey, get the papers. Don't get the papers. Mailboxes are bad. Jump over the mailboxes. Get a question mark. What did that do? See, if this were the 90s, I would have the instruction manual and it would tell me some vague things, maybe, about what I was supposed to do in the game. Ah, and I would have a Nintendo Power, and I could call the Nintendo Power helpline, and they would give me tips on how to beat things. Oof, and it would cost 99 cents a minute or something, probably. These were the 90s, kids. If you are too young to remember it, or too old to remember it, you missed out. These were the good days. I'm a frog again. Again, I don't know. What's the frog do? He gets hit by a bus. I'm remembering. Are there? Oh God! And the kissy. And my dying. Why things turn white? Game. Why do things turn white? What does that mean? Is Lisa my friend or my enemy? Anything. Any information. Oh my. All right. Well, we are finished with that one. Okay. I'm going to now see if I can. So they aren't loaded up in here. Let me see. Don't watch what I'm doing now because I'm going to import content. Now I got to figure out if the cores, con- contentless cores, import content, main menu. These menus aren't good. Someone at RetroArch needs to do a hell of a lot of user experience design. This isn't it. This ain't it. Okay, online updater, update, no, core installer. Okay, so what I'm looking for now is the Genesis core installer or whatever, the Genesis emulation. Who doesn't want to go? The Commodore 64 I think was dead before the Simpsons came out, so there are probably no Simpsons Commodore 64 games. Okay, Nintendo. Maybe it's under Sega. Sega Mega Drive. We're gonna install that. Oh, we get it. We'll install the Dreamcast now for any good reason. You can tell I've not been emulating on this. I'm just not install these. I've not been emulating on this machine, this computer particularly. All right, so now we have those, and let's see if we can import content. Also, they might not be unzipped. Um, let's see. Um, Oops, and I'll scan this directory, but I think that it is looking through the zip files, so maybe it will find them. If not, no, I think I did unzip those. I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself, and this is not good streaming. I did unzip some content here, so maybe it will find it. Yeah, here we go. It says no items. Bart versus Space Mutants. Again, I don't know if these are compatible with the cores I have. I don't know anything about anything. I'm not a professional emulator or a professional streamer. All right, well, this is a good time actually while this is all going on. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to go to the Ask. You got to go to the Ask. All right. Hey there. Would you like to save the CFPB? I bet you would. And here's what I'm asking you to do. If you could please go to fivecalls.org, it's right up there. It's pretty easy to type. You go to fivecalls.org, boop, 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 you type in CFPB into their little searchy bar, and it'll give you the CFPB script. Like, I don't like to say script. Look, okay, it's a bunch of talking points and stuff. I don't like to say talking points. Look, it's a bunch of words, and you read the words, and if you feel like compelled by the words, then we ask that you call the numbers of your senators. You got two of those, and your representative, you got one of those. If you live in one of the continental United States or non-continental United States, actually Hawaii and Alaska have the same thing. You may have a representative if you're in DC or something that's not voting. I don't know the details. I should really look it up. I know they're non-voting members. I don't remember which are which. I think it's basically everybody who isn't from one of the states. This is irrelevant. The point is you go there. I don't care who you are. Call anybody. Call any senator you want. Call all the representatives. Make a weekend of it. Have a good time. They all represent us. Obviously, some of them have, maybe more caring about their constituents, but you have to tell them their constituents are also in danger if the CFPB is not fully funded. Ripoffs, scams, they're going to go through the roof. They're already going through the roof, and we can tell because we're getting more complaints this year than we ever have before. The rules aren't being enforced. The cop is off the beat. This administration has defunded the financial police. I thought everybody was against defunding the police now. I guess not. I guess if the police keep track of working class people's bank accounts, making sure they're not getting ripped off on their mortgages, those cops can go sit on the bench because that is what they have done to the CFPB. Please call your senators and your representatives and tell them how important the CFPB is to maintaining affordability in this country, to maintaining safety for people's money in this country, to preventing another financial crisis like the one that we had in 2008. Call them and insist that they restore the CFPB's funding, that they ensure that the CFPB is kept, is what do they call that? I just lost the word. Protected, preserved. Preserved is the word I was looking for. Make sure the CFPB is preserved because this administration still says they're going to shut it down. How do you do that? There are laws the CFPB has to enforce. They're on the books. It says CFPB have to do this. How do you, what? You can't just not have follow laws. You have followed YouTube laws to follow. This is rules, basic rules. And you can quote me on that. If you want to quote me, call those senators and representatives, tell them basic rule, how you do rule, how you law, and then they'll probably get it. My point is, we are in dark days here. We have a court case that is pending. It could go any way. And then, regardless of the way it goes, it could go to the Supreme Court, and that could go lots of ways. We have the big bill cutting our funding in half, but not taking away any of the mandated responsibilities of the agency. And we have the acting director of the agency who says he's going to shut it down. Under whose authority, I do not know. This is not a part of the Article 2 authority in the Constitution as I read it. Now, I'm not a constitutional lawyer, but I have to ask, to whom are you accountable if you just don't have to follow the laws? Because that doesn't seem like the proper exercise of the authority granted by a mandate from the masses to do what they don't want you to do. Because people support the CFPB, people who know about it. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know about it. So please call, give your message, whatever your message is. I've given you my message, but you don't have to repeat my message. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody. Anybody who's had a financial problem with their bank account or a loan or a mortgage servicer, A, they should be calling and complaining, filing a complaint with the CFPB. But B, tell them why the CFPB exists and why it needs to keep existing. Hey, we don't get results all the time. but neither did the police. I mean, if someone stole your car radio, you probably know. I do people steal car radios anymore? I don't know. But we're there every day protecting people, and we need to stick around. And things are not looking good for us right now, and it is stressful for me. But what stresses me out the most is how much it is going to screw with people who I know need our help, and how much it is going to hurt people who who don't have the means to defend themselves. I will go on. I will get a different job. If the CFPB ends, I probably pretty easily line up a job that pays more. Look, it's not about that, but I'll be fine. Is my point. But you know who won't be fine? My neighbors and people like the people I grew up with. People like the people from my hometown. People who are scraping by. People who lived off loans whose interest rates were ridiculous. People who were charged the most when they had the least. And that's why I am so passionate about this job. That's why I running this stupid stream. That's why I'm here every week trying to get people to call. But it's more important than calling possibly. It's really talking to everybody you know about the importance of our mission because everybody needs to know that we're here, both A, so they can get help, and B, so they can express to their representatives that they think it's important for or the CFPB and other bureaus like it, other agencies like it to exist. Okay, that's my heart. I've spilled it. Now let's see if the Genesis is going to work. Here we go back to our gaming screen, and well, Bart's Nightmare was also for the Genesis. It looks like I've got like 40 versions of Bart versus Space Mutants. I guess we'll pick this one to run. We'll see if it works. Turn the controller back on. Uh-oh. Suggested. Let's try the Mega Drive. Oh. We got a Sega symbol. Sega. I didn't hear that, so I don't know if maybe they didn't have that. I think it was the. Also, I might just have the audio turned down so far that I couldn't hear it say Sega. Bart versus the Space Mutants. Let's do it. And then I get to polish off the stream with one of my favorites, the Simpsons arcade game. Absolutely love it. Love a beat 'em up arcade game. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Moonwalker, Captain America and the Avengers, um, Simpsons. What am I missing? The Alien vs Predator, the D&D one. What is that? Something of Mystara, Mists of something. Regardless, uh, love an arcade beat 'em up. Double Dragon. What are these guys? That's not Kodos and Kang. Oh, I get it. This is like a They Live reference here. Okay, with this machine, we'll be able to build a weapon to conquer. Who cares? I'm skipping all of it. Uh, find the purple object, spray paint, or get rid of. Oh, I got X-ray specs. I got a jump button. Is this guy good or? Oh, I hit him in the head. That was a total accident. Don't credit me for being good at this game. Eat my shorts, indeed. Wow. Okay, so that's how you do me, game, huh? Okay, and I can't jump on top of those guys. These games were brutal. All right. That's how they do me, though. You know what was I expecting? Oh, I'm already at Moe's. Can I just stop for a drink, please? Okay. I can climb on some things. Not that thing. Always fun to find out. Andrew in the chat says to notice more and more scammy credit card stuff coming to me via CML. Yeah, with the gutting of consumer protections, it is not surprising to see more scam stuff going out. When it's pretty simple stuff to know that when a if the if the police are on strike, hey, that's the time to commit crimes. And if the CFPB has been all but shut down, that's the time to do scams, right? I mean, just makes sense. Okay, do I have like a double tap run here? No. Do I have a sprint? Oh, nope, I got X-ray glasses. There were 3 buttons on the Sega, but I only seem to have 2 functional buttons here. Come on. There, I got the spray paint. Okay. Was I supposed to spray paint purple things? Okay, these guys are just waiting to screw me. I bet my other button maybe works now. And I get hit. This game sucks. Eat my shorts, Bart. Okay, that was terrible. All right, you know what? It's already 10 to 8 almost. It's not quite, but you know what? Uh, yeah, game over indeed. Oops, I accidentally closed the whole darn app. That's fine because we are gonna go and we tried. So we did our run through of all the games that I had listed, except I could not find Escape from whatever. That's okay. Nobody's gonna be sad. All right, now we've got. Oh, we okay, great. This came back up for me. Awesome. I didn't have to do anything. And we've got a Ram ROM check. Ram ROM check. Ram ROM check. Everybody likes a Ram ROM check. And that looks pretty good. Okay. Now what I'm going to do though is I'm going to start with uh, I'm going to start with Homer. That's port 2. And we will let me quickly see. Still the UI has problems. Oh wait, you know what? I didn't want to throw a bunch of coins in, but that's fine. All right, so the plot here is that Smithers in a cape steals a diamond from the jewelers. Maggie gets the diamond in her mouth, and of course, they can't get it out. So Smithers kidnaps Maggie. Here's what I don't understand any of it. Um, hey, yeah, Homer, you want to fight back there? So, first, oh, come on. So, first, why is Smithers robbing a jewelry store? Ah! Why do they do that? I hate that. Um, why is Smithers robbing a jewelry store? Like, Mr. Burns has money, right? What? He could buy the diamond, all right? Second, Smithers, why wouldn't you hire criminals to do it? Smithers doesn't know what he's doing, and he just shows up in a cape. Everybody can recognize him. That don't make no sense. This little guinea pig is cute. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I don't get the plot. I think it's a little flimsy. That's just my opinion. I love this game a little bit because I don't know if the same company made it that made Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but there's so many of the same mechanics in this as there is in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like people coming out from behind fences and like things opening and there's a guy coming out. It's just the same gimmicks, but I don't mind because I enjoy the game. And you got that's his. This is Homer's double button move. I must have it on an easy setting because on the harder settings, the super moves take your health. Oh, X-Men. How did I miss the X-Men beat 'em up game? Man, someday I should just do a stream of me oof, playing the X-Men beat 'em up game all the way through. I have a great story about that, which is on I was in high school. I would have been in, I think, a junior, and we had a school day at the amusement park. They had an arcade. My friends roll up that day at the amusement park, and what are they installing? Oh, it's the X-Men arcade cabinet with 6 controllers. So we stood there and waited for them to finish building it. And then, ba-boom, all my quarters were gone. We stayed and played until uh, we beat it. So we were the first people to beat that machine, and it was so the foundational memory. I've not, I've achieved very few things in life. I have two children. I mean, they're fine. I don't know that I've done as good a job with them as I did beating the X-Men arcade cabinet at the amusement park on the day that it was installed. It's hard to think of a better accomplishment. All right, now I gotta play. I could have turned on the turbo for this. I need my old turbo controllers. Oh, third place. Of course, I get points, and I don't know what those are for. Nothing. When Homer dies, we'll go to Bart, I think, and we'll just continue until I don't know until I get tired of it. There's nice homemade soup waiting for me, which I am not eating right now. I'm beating up Krusty. Oh, that wasn't Krusty. It was a guy in disguise. Good to know. Um, so I've strong feelings about the soup. I'm gonna want to eat the soup. It's a potato green bean soup recipe from my grandmother with bacon, and my wife has made it for us, and she's a vegetarian. So I mean, how great is that? Who has a better wife than me? Nobody. So that soup is waiting, and obviously I don't want to play Simpsons until the soup gets cold. So you'll pardon me. But I have good news for everybody. If you didn't tune in earlier, we got a Thanksgiving special on the Save the CFPB live stream next week. We're going to be streaming Wednesday night, Thursday. Give me that hammer. Wednesday night, Thursday night. That's Thanksgiving night. And Friday night. That Friday is the Black Friday special, so you'll save a bunch of bucks if you tune in. The stream will be half off. Uh, and maybe if I get some cool stuff on Black Friday, maybe I will do a little show and tell. That's probably not going to happen. I might go to the game store and buy games or miniatures. I don't need those. But most importantly, on Thursday night, I know there's the NFL games, and I cannot. Oh, okay. So I need to do this. Okay. I cannot tell you what's happening in those games. That is not. I do not have the express written permission of the National Football League, so that would be in violation. But what I'm going to do Thursday is I'm going to tell you what I think is happening in the NFL games, um, and we'll see if I'm right. I don't think that monkey just hit me. I don't think they can come after me for imagining what could happen in an NFL game and citing it. Like 1st and 10, and they're doing the draw. McCloskey pumps. Oh, pump fake. He hands it off to Schlerbix. And Schlerbix is running it up the middle. He's at the 20. He's at the 30. He's at the 20 again. I don't know how. Physics be damned. Something like that. I don't see how they could hold that against me. So I'm going to just give some fake highlights. It's not going to be constant. Like, I'm not going to do constant play calling of an imaginary game. I will do the highlights. Every so many minutes, I'll update you with like a big play that I think happened in my imaginary game. I don't remember the names of the characters that are the bunnies that got the one ear. So that was from Matt Groening's comic strip that he did before The Simpsons, and I forget the name of it. I feel like I remember something, and I don't. Yeah, I don't even want to hazard a guess because I feel like I'm gonna guess and it's gonna sound stupid. So it was It was a comic that he did, and that's where the bunnies are from. For those of you, I don't know, you're tuning in, you probably know some Simpsons trivia. Uh-oh. The Joker. Heath Ledger's The Joker. Oh no, it's just like a balloon, I think. Oh, it's Krusty the Clown. Krusty the Crab? Krusty the Clown. I just thought about it. It's the Krusty Krab, Krusty the Clown. They should do a crossover. I think that amazingly, Simpsons has somehow been on longer than SpongeBob, which is crazy if you think about it. So why don't those two team up? I'd love to see them get together. What am I doing? Quick menu. Again, the UI. So much to be desired. All right, let's go to Lisa. And I'll give her 5 lives. Oh, Lisa's got a jump rope. I'd forgotten that. You'd think it would be a saxophone. But I guess you don't want to hit people with your saxophone. Of course, Bart's hitting them with a... Man, I died already. Bart's hitting them with his precious skateboard. So Homer just punches them. Marge has a vacuum cleaner. Whoa, come on. This is rude. What you're doing to Lisa is rude. Okay. Oh, Smithers. Smithers was in the balloon all along. There's a cutscene. The sound keeps cutting out. That sucks, but it's fine. You probably don't mind. All right. Okay, so we're gonna be finishing up here pretty soon, but I want you to feel fulfilled. So if anybody has a request for like a musical number from a Broadway musical, something like that, post it up in the chat. I'll see what I can do. Hopefully, I don't get demonetized. Again, I don't care about the monet, but I don't want it to get like taken down from YouTube or whatever. And I still don't know the rules because they really don't seem to be clear. Some people on Reddit will tell you, "Oh, your whole video is going to get ripped down, and they're going to come to your house." And other people say, "Nah, nothing bad happens," or you just can't make money from it. Which again, not my purpose here. I'm going to make the big money from my cool videos that I'm going to post in the regular channel about regular things. That's where the money's going to come in. These live streams aren't for the money. I mean, seriously, I got 3 people watching. This is not my cash cow. Ooh, take that. Take that. I have got this looks really ineffective firing the slingshot. How many shots do I get with this thing? That's like the infinite slingshot. I love it. No, shoot the other way. Thank you. So, an exciting thing I'm excited about at least. We got next. Let's see. It's the 19th. We got 1 week, and then it's going to be the 28th, and that will be next Wednesday. The 29th will be Thursday. So next Friday also, I think, is the new Battle Pass for Fortnite, which is going to continue the Simpsons theme. I think. I believe it is going to feature Kodos and Kang and the whole alien invasion thing. That's what I've read on the internet. I don't know if it's true, but yeah. So you see how they're doing kind of a thriller joke in a couple times here. Let's see. Yeah, see, he did a little bit of a. Oh, that's a thriller. Yeah, there you go. That's great. What a great reference. Stop hitting this. So yeah, we will be maybe exploring the new Fortnite thing next Friday then. But yeah, this Saturday or this weekend, we will not be. There won't be another stream until next Wednesday. You can watch. There will be a nice short video, I think, coming soon. I looked at the footage for. I was doing a long form video to just try and get more hits out there that where I can say, hey, go to 5plus.org. So I tried to do a long form video where I was talking about AI, and I went and looked at the footage and the sound and everything. It's absolutely unusable for a number of reasons. So I will be probably re-scripting that and reshooting it because yeah, I've learned some things. Hey, you know. Oh, okay. So this is end bossy. Yeah, all right. So oh no, I guess not. I thought it was an end boss. Anyways, oh, it's an elevator level. Always gotta have an elevator. So, anyways, so I got to reshoot that. So the long form videos, which still it means about 10 minutes instead of my shorts, which are a minute and a half. My long form videos will have to wait. I gotta be funnier. I gotta be sound quality better. Maybe I should write the jokes before I just improv for 10 minutes. Improv alone really not a great medium for anybody. Just get out there and blast some jokes, dude. Think of them on the spot. It doesn't work. So, so got to research. But the good news is, in the meantime, shorts I can do pretty well. I can do a little goof thing, only takes a minute or so, make a couple of little ha-has, and they work a little bit better in that format. You're doing longer format, you want a payoff, you want a setup, you need joke construction. It's hard to do long form improv, which I think a lot of people tell you. And if you're going to do a long form video where you're also talking about a subject, you want to have it plotted out a little bit more. I had my bullet points, but it just didn't really turn out that well. I'm going on and on about this for no reason. Who are these guys? I don't know. Why didn't they hire these guys to take the diamond? I'm just saying, Marge is about to die. These are such quarter eater games. They just kill you, kill you, kill you. Unblockable damage, unavoidable damage. Enjoy your day, kid. I hope mom gave you $10 in quarters. Exactly. I'm going to switch back to Homer for the end. Here we're going to beat these fools, and then that will be end of the stream, and then I'm going to go eat my soup. Everybody's happy about that. And I'm going to give Homer a bunch of lives. Go, Homer! Do your little weird dance with your legs. Oh, right in the Jimmy. Oof. But yeah, sorry. I will actually. I have a short coming out about which aliens movies are the good aliens. So that will be exciting. Okay, so all right, I got some questions in the chat. I'm going to address the questions. I'm also going to do my outro here, and so go say goodbye, Homer, and good answer some questions. Got to answer questions. Can't leave people hanging. So okay, that's the end of the gaming stream. But let's do a couple questions here. Wait, what's your regular stream? This is my regular stream. Um, Everything comes on this channel, but I am also on Instagram, Mr. Gone. Those shorts that I post to Instagram also end up in YouTube shorts, usually, if not always. So you can follow me on Instagram. Again, you're going to see me doing dumb jokes and telling you to come to these streams and asking you to go to fivecalls.org. Do I explain my avatars anywhere? So this over here, that's what you mean by avatar, is Rusty. Um, Rusty is my official like compatriot cartoon man for the streams. He's strongly pro union. He's out here just supporting me, but he's not really. He's just apropos of nothing. He's just a character. because I wanted a little bit of more character for the stream. So that's Rusty. Um, I recently also added a me Simpson me because Rusty you could tell is kind of a Simpsons ripoff to put it nicely. I made a little Simpsons me. I'm not a real artist, but what I can do pretty well is absolutely rip people off. So to do this, what I did was I absolutely ripped off The Simpsons. And I just took various Simpsons art. I did some tracing, I did some chopping and screwing, and I came up with a little character that is supposed to look like me. So I'm bringing it up here in a second, and you guys can be the judges of how well I did making it look like me. Uh, Areas, and he's very much taken from. If I make it too big, you can see all the flaws in my art. But he's very much taken from Artie. Um, I'm I'm totally blanking on the character's name. He was like someone Artie Ziff, right? Who was a paramour of Marge Simpson's. And they went to prom together, I think. So he's got a little bit of Artie um, in the hair and the glasses. And I think the smile, basically, I took from an Artie Ziff. I had to expand the head, and I rounded the nose because, like, my nose is hilariously bulbous. Sorry, I'm losing the mic, but my nose is hilariously bulbous. Like that ball at the end of it is just enormous. Yeah, I mean, look at that angle right there. Huh? That's a good one. So I have a big round nose, like a cartoon character. So I gave it to my boy over here. I can't. If I could point, I cannot be a weatherman pointing in the wrong direction. But my boy over here has a big round nose. So the only thing I wish I would have pulled the chin out a little more, but prominent chin isn't really a Simpsons archetype thing. And no, that's everything else good. The beard is fine. My hair isn't quite like a fro; it's more frizzy. So I don't know if Artie Ziff's is more like that tight kind of curls. Mine does a little bit more blowout. But anyways, Rusty, yeah, Rusty's got the VR goggles that I put on him to that was basically like because he was going to be my video game compatriot, so I thought he should have VR goggles, so he looked like he was really from the future. But yeah, they're just characters to kind of fill in the blanks when I'm doing images for the YouTube, you know, uh, preview image and images on Instagram and stuff. Just stuff I threw together. They don't really mean anything. If I keep doing the stream long enough, I'll do a whole ARG alternate reality game. I'll hide clues. It'll be like Taylor Swift. It'll be like learning a whole. There'll be a whole meta layer story going on. But right now, so yeah, that's the end for tonight. So please do. I'm going to go back to. We also have changed our position. I just want to put that up because Russell Vote, no relation to Rusty, by the way. Russell Vote has nothing to do with Rusty. Like, okay, they both are like bald and they have like white beards and glasses, but Rusty is the cartoon character is extremely pro union and pro CFPB. And I don't think Russ Vote is. And he goes by Russ, not Rusty. So it's just they're not even closest. I mean, that just occurred to me that maybe somebody could make that mistake, and I just want to be clear. No, no, no. Rusty is just not related at all. Anyways, we have this petition, and the acting director, Russell Bode, I think I've said earlier this, and this is opinion, and it's not a critique of the person, the human being, the or even the necessarily like the policy or politics of anybody. It's entirely about procedure. And I just do not think the proper procedures are being followed. I think that there is a big problem with how the duties of that role are being executed. And I think that it warrants oversight from Congress. If you go up to our petition and look into it, you may agree, you might not. If you agree, I just ask you to sign the petition. Um, we just look, there are a lot of ways to resolve these problems. Anybody can, look me up, drop me an email, whatever, send me a text. We can talk it out. I'm sure there are lots of resolutions. The petition above calls for the impeachment of Russell vote, and that's one way. But there are other ways. For instance, if you went to 5calls.org and you got your senators and Congress people to make clear laws that say what the I mean, can't really get much clearer than the Dodd-Frank Act that is already there. But hey, maybe they need it drawn out point by point, whatever, so that consumers are actually being protected in this country. That would be a very good result as well. So that's what we ask you to do. Please go to 5calls. Search your CFPB, call your senators, call your Congress people, call other people's senators, whoever, and ask them to restore funding to the CFPB and ask them to pass the Stop Scammers Act, and ask them to, put into law that these protections are necessary and that the the administration must do these things, just like the FBI must pursue crimes. It only makes sense. It can't be that when new administrations take hold, they just get to stop following laws and executing mandates of laws. Uh, you know, say what you want. There are political examples in the past that people will be like, well, didn't you agree? Hey, I don't. I think that you should enforce the laws or get them changed. So that's me. Please go to 5calls. Please make those calls and encourage other people you know to do so too. All right. And that's it. We'll be back next week. There'll be a short coming out shortly. So watch it, Instagram for that. If you're subscribed to my channel on YouTube, you should also see it. Again, my Instagram, Mr. Gon, Mistergone. I guess I should put it somewhere here since I'm typing to save the CFPB content through that. I'm on Blue Sky, also as Mr. Gon, and YouTube is Chuck Warner, but you know that because you're here. Twitch doesn't exist yet. It's been told to me that I should do Twitch as well. I don't think that's going to get me that many more viewers, but it's certainly something I want to do. But I want to figure out how I do Twitch and YouTube at the same time, so I don't have to jump through very many more hoops. I am stretched to the limits as it is. I am, as Frodo said, butter spread out over too much bread. So come back next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll be streaming every night. I have the freedom of doing that because I will be alone for the holidays. Sad, sad, sad. Not completely. I'm going to go have Thanksgiving dinner with my family, but the remainder of my immediate family will be traveling, and I get to stay home with the dogs, which means you get 3 nights of streaming, and you will be my only friends and companions through that. So please show up. But otherwise, thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe. I haven't mentioned the membership program in a while. If you get 5 people to subscribe to the channel, you are a member of the fan club. If you get 10 people to subscribe to the channel, You are a fan of the fan clubs. This is all by the honor system. I don't need to see the proof. I believe you if you say that you have achieved these things. So please do that. Otherwise, love yourself, love everybody else, and have a peaceful day and weekend until I see you again. Well, bye for now, my friends. Here comes the theme song that cues me to get the hell off the street. I gotta go.